Hello, my name is Kiriath, and roughly 45 minutes ago we had a little discussion about the fact that Vanguard veterans seem to be getting an extra wound, and how that made sense for like Terminators and Vanguard veterans, and how probably they wouldn't roll that out for all of the Firstborn, because, I mean, what would be the point of Primaris? Surely that is one of the unique selling points of that particular upgrade to the Space Marines. They are stronger, tougher, all of that. Surely it would only make sense for things like veterans, because just upgrading all of them to 2 wounds would be, retroactively, kind of make the Primaris a bit of a daft introduction to the whole thing, really. Yeah. You will note that it says right here, it won't just be Primaris on 2 wounds anymore. All of a sudden, a lot of units that may have felt a bit left behind have become very durable and appealing. From battle company units such as Assault Devastator and Tactical Marines to the elite Terminators of the First Company, who will be increased to 3 wounds accordingly, the Firstborn will be back to prove to their Primaris battle brothers their great worth. Right, okay, so does that apply to... Alright, look, clearly it applies to all Firstborn Marines, apparently. They're like, all the tactical Assault Devastator stuff all goes up by 1 wound, so they all have 2 wounds, so they are on the same footing as Primaris in that territory. Apparently it also applies to Rubric Marines, Plague Marines, all your Chaos equivalents. That is good news, but I have to ask the question, why? Like, I'm not, like, this is weird. I'm both complaining and not complaining. I'm not complaining in that if it makes Marines more like what Marines should be on the tabletop, grand, okay, fine. However, I am complaining in that it seems like such a baffling move to introduce an entire new type of Space Marine, one of the main features of which being that additional wound. To have them have access to that particular stat line for, a good few years at this point, to make it seem like they are so much bigger and better and just... the imperfections with the Space Marines have been fixed with the Primaris, look how grand they are, only to suddenly go, oh yeah, but no, it's fine because they're pretty much the same thing. Does that not retroactively make the whole introduction of the Primaris, the way that they were inserted into the story and their entire reason for existing, somewhat flimsy now? I mean, on the one hand, great, it means that all of the tactical Marines that may have been lying around unused are maybe going to be back on the table. Having said that, I'm pretty sure there's a good number of people who just never wanted Primaris in any way, shape or form, and so actually this doesn't add a huge amount. But I just... it's obviously a completely new look at the Space Marines that Games Workshop have taken here. I just don't understand why they didn't just do this to begin with. If this was the whole... like, why not just do the whole 2 wound thing when Primaris were introduced and go... here's some true scale Marines. Why not? I mean, they've done it to sell, obviously. It's been a push, it's been like a, stuff is being not replaced, not saying replaced, but here's all the Primaris stuff, it's new, it's shiny, it's bigger, it's better. But now it's like, it's kind of bigger and better, but one of the things that we really made clear isn't actually relevant anymore. And what is the reason behind this as well? If you're going to tie in the introduction of an entirely new type of Space Marine and make a big fuss about how it's like, but look at the stat line, look how much tougher they are. I mean, are Primaris going to get an extra wound each now? Why are Space Marines, like Firstborn Space Marines, inexplicably as tough as the guys who were, sent in to essentially save them from the chaos and madness of the galaxy? I mean, sure, okay, cool, good, fine. Space Marines, bit hardier. That's not a problem. But it's just like, where was this, like a couple of years ago? Why now? What is the explanation for it? Is it just it turns out Firstborn Marines, tougher than we thought. Story-wise, it just doesn't make any sense, which normally wouldn't be an issue, but Primaris were introduced via story element. That's what their introduction was. There you go. Turns out My musings and estimation was totally wrong. I really thought that it was more complicated than just everyone gets a wound. But that's, yeah, okay. I guess we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully next week, it won't turn out that literally everything I say is not accurate. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next one, I guess. Why?